Well, good morning. It's Saturday, November 23, 2024. First day of deer hunting season. Well, it's about 8 in the morning, maybe 8:30. Anyway, there's the Lexus in the neighbor's house. There's a little pile of wood that was just dropped off here recently, standing at the head of the driveway right on the road. Panning around, another pile of wood, and then with the tree that we've put our permits on, scanning over house numbers. So I'm going to head down the driveway here, and this is a pile of wood that was brought in. Not a lot. I'm assuming it's for the plates that'll go around the top of the concrete walls so that they're not setting the walls right on the concrete. You need to have a barrier there. So they dropped off a pile of rocks and spread that out so that the crane that's going to be picking things up and moving them around has something stable to sit on. Interesting. We still have a pile of ground dirt, which is sand, over here on the right. A couple of big stones. And then we see they backfilled. They backfilled around the house. They backfilled in the garage. And so I'm just going to stroll over into the garage. Turning back around, looking up the driveway. The driveway is more elevated than it will be eventually. It's just too high. They put things in the sand and stone to make things work better, but eventually it'll have to taper down before it tapers up toward the road. So heading over to where they put the spancrete in, which would be above the boat room. Wasn't sure exactly what this is going to look like. Just separate pieces of concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And this feels solid, although hollow. See, they've got the numbers on them, so they got them in the right sequence. And then eventually there'll be about 2 inches of concrete that go over this. So it'll mesh right in with the garage floor. And then stepping over, here's the where the staircase will go down into the lower level. And there's the lower level. Kind of jets in and out. Interesting. That spancrete's pretty thick. As I get down here, you can kind of see how it's hollowed out in parts. And I believe some tensioned metal rods going through it. So here with these bolts going up is where I think that wood's going to be attached that we just saw up at the top of the driveway. So there's a little pile of sand left here. Not sure we're going to need it, but anyway, they did clear out this other pile that was between the trees, leaving my pile of rocks there. Another little pile of rocks over here by the weed barrier, the millfelt. So scanning over, we see where the garage is kind of going to be at grade in the front. And then as we move along, it gets higher and higher up. The ground goes lower, tapers down until at the bottom here it's probably about 9 feet where it exits out the back. Scanning around here, the wood piles. Bunch of those. Some more of the rocks I've collected up. A lot of the sand's been taken out here, but there's still some left. Not sure exactly what's going to happen with that, if they have to haul it out or if it'll get spread out yet. So then back to the boat room, which now of course has a ceiling on it. There'll be a drain from the floor up above, and it'll go into that white pipe over there. And there's a drain on the floor here as well, in the center, hard to see. Okay, working our way over, here we've got a bunch of supports for the posts that'll go under the deck. There's some rebar hanging out of it so they can pick it up and move it. And then we get into the basement here. So, just kind of scan around. I know, Sherry, you're interested in what the floor coloring is. I'm not sure it's easy to tell because they put some sort of coating on it to help it to seal. Right here, there isn't much coating, so you kind of get a better feel for it. It does look a lot like the sample that you had picked out, or we had picked out. Various drain pipes. Work our way around with less concern than last time, since there's no big holes in the ground. Everything's kind of sealed up as far as those pipes go. Over in here we can see where they have, clean my boots off. Sorry. More pipes, kind of labeled, tub vent there. Over here we have 1, 2, in pipes and out pipes for the PEX tubing from the flooring. This rebars coming out there must be for something. This looks like a floor drain, FD. That says H2O. Apparently that's where the water's coming in, but I'm not sure. Kind of get a feel again for the floor a little bit. Not sure what this is. It says stack here, so that would be a drain pipe. And again, I don't know what that is. Looking around. Well, the floor had been kind of a yucky green when they poured it. That isn't the case anymore. Kind of a flat sage green, kind of a grayish sage green right now. Here's that recessed part in the back, because I'm standing in the quilting room or below the master bedroom. We'll have some yard there, and then it juts out where the living room. Upstairs will be in the family room down here. And of course, panning over next to that's a bathroom, and then a bedroom, and then a workshop that's over near the boat room. I'm stepping off here again. Get one more shot so you can kind of see your coloring here. Looks like it's going to be a good selection. There's a drain pipe that goes all the way around the house. It's got the black sock on it there too, to keep the fine silts from blocking it up. Little pea gravel that went along it to also protect it some from the silts. And that goes all the way around the exterior of the house to drain it out. We don't technically have drain tile with a sump pump in this place. So here we're on the east side of the house. I'll step back and pan out a little bit. again, you can kind of see the elevation change. Maybe a window in there, right up to the front of the house. Here it looks like the front of the house is quite high versus where the dirt or grade is, but that's probably brought down about 2 feet. In fact, the right to the top of the insulation foam there is where I expect the ground to be. And then we'll have to have a bit of a retaining wall in here, I suspect. Maybe 2 small ones. Kind of panning out, you can see the lake. Kind of gloomy day, but it's pretty. And then going along here toward the front, this would be where the master bedroom suite is again. It's still they haven't pushed the dirt all the way in the center of these longer walls, so I'm sure they didn't put any undue pressure on it. You always do the corners first anyway, where you push the dirt or sand back in, because that was the strongest parts. This here jutting out the front porch, 6 by 10, so kind of small, at least compared to our current one. Walking up closer, spanning over, seeing the basement. Okay, looking out from the front porch, well, got a pile of mostly the brown dirt that's left. Sand pretty much is gone, and will be when they fill in the rest of this. In fact, they'll need the black dirt too, it looks like, which is good. Don't want to have to haul out too much, just got to pay for it. Here again, mostly panning out. Everything's at. Week and a half, everything will change when the house is sitting there. Never see it like this again. The neighbor's tank, LP tank, and then the spruce we planted that are doing quite well that are going to block it off. Although someday they say they're going to bury it. Scanning back out toward the rocks where the crane will be in the driveway, and then up the driveway, and that should do it. Thank you.